Welcome to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Eric and Rob.
Welcome back, everybody. The Third Generation Wrestling Podcast, 3GW. We back from vacation and back talking wrestling. Your host, Through Big E, co-host, Rob the Ambassador, and we have a special guest.
Yeah, this is my dog Sonny. I think I've mentioned him on the podcast a few times, but he decided he actually wants to do the show tonight. So here he is.
Right on. Well, we got a big time pay-per-view coming up this Saturday. Royal Rumble. And before Omicron, I think we were talking about possibly going. I know good brother Blake was thinking about going. And I mean, St. Louis is a hop, skip, and jump. I actually made the trip today. So I dropped my son off. So I went there and back today. Yeah.
Wow. How long of a drive is that from where you are?
It's 4 hours.
Okay.
So I just try to put in my head, okay, it's the 8-hour shift, just do it. And by the time you get home, it's like going to work. So whatever. But yeah. First time in St. Louis, or at least the first time at that stadium. I don't know what the hell they use that stadium for anymore anyway, because the Rams went to Cali and that thing has just been sitting there. Nothing wrong with it. But glad that
they have a baseball team?
That's
Do they have a baseball team?
Yeah, St. Louis Cardinals. That's Busch Stadium.
Oh, okay. See,
and then you got the St. Louis Blues. It's the hockey team. Which I've been in that arena for WWE pay-per-view, but this is the Rams old stadium. So they're all like downtown. I think you could walk from the Rams stadium to the Cardinal stadium. That's how close they are.
Okay.
And then walk to the Arch. It's all right there.
Okay. I'll make it to St. Louis one of these days.
Yeah, it's good barbecue down there.
Oh, hey, that's enough to get me there. Some good barbecue.
Yeah. All right. Well, I tried my best to stay away from the rumors and all that stuff. And I know good brother's been messaging in the group about even WrestleMania spoilers. I'm like, really? How do people find out this shit? I guess leaks. That's the only thing.
Well, that's why he's the inside man.
Yeah. Well, he pays. I guess if you're gonna be the inside man, you got to pay the price of getting spoiled, huh?
Yeah.
Did you catch Raw this past week?
I did. I recorded it and I watched it on Tuesday.
What'd you think of old cowboy Brock Lesnar?
Man. I mean, it was kind of funny. You know, they're doing this weigh-in and everybody knows when you weigh in, you know, you're supposed to kind of strip down a little bit. And I thought it was kind of cool.
Funny.
It was funny, yeah, when he said, I think it was
Corey Graves, yeah.
He said, do you want me to take my clothes off? Yeah. And I'm like, nah, go ahead and just weigh him as is.
Which, you know, I thought of you and me as soon as they did the weigh-in. I was like, okay, this isn't UFC or 205 Live even where you have to be a certain weight.
Right.
It's just, okay. If you want to do something other than a contract signing, all right, fine. And I gotta say, this looks like the most fun Brock Lesnar's had in the last 10 years. He's coming out, he's being himself, an extension of himself. But yeah, I thought that was great. I want to go back and watch. I didn't get to watch it yet, but I do want to go back and watch Austin Theory versus AJ Styles. I heard that was really, really good. Trying to think of what else. I guess the dude drop Becky Lynch segment was okay. I heard. I mean, we're obviously going to talk about it because we're going to predict it, but I'm just trying to think of what else. Nothing really. I mean, I guess they're trying to slowly ramp up the things. There was. This is the only other rumor I heard. I guess it's true actually that WWE reached out to. Lord have mercy, the inspiration to be to be in the Women's Royal Rumble, and they turned it down. So
yeah, I know how disappointed you were to hear that.
oh God, I just couldn't believe I had that. What?
Yeah.
No, but that
I
made me
guess
think
there's some sour grapes going on, I guess. I mean, I
yeah.
guess they feel bad about being fired and everything.
Yeah, I mean it's a one-time thing, but I wanted them. It makes me think, who else did they reach out to that they might have been let go in the last year, and they told them nah. But that's the other thing we'll get into with the Royal Rumble, because they didn't announce everybody, so there's gonna be some surprises as always, and we're gonna throw some names out there at the end and see maybe potentially. So, all right, let me stop fiddling around and get this thing going. So let's just get it out the way. Raw Women's Championship match. Doudrop challenging Becky Lynch. Is there anybody in the room? Anybody on Earth? Anybody out there that thinks that Dude's gonna drop on Becky Lynch? I mean, this is not gonna happen. Okay.
Even Doudrop's mom and daddy know she ain't gonna win this one.
No. It's a placeholder match. You gotta give Becky something to do, and it's just something to do. But I guess it could be a platitude for Doudrop to kind of show off what she can do against Becky. It's gonna be interesting how I guess she can get Doudrop in the disarmor, get her to tap out, because I don't think she's gonna be able to. What's the name of her other move?
Who?
The one
Bex?
Becky, her version of the rock bottom, I guess.
The Bexploder? No. The Bexploder is different, isn't it?
Bexploder, that's like an overhead fall away slam.
Yeah.
The new one is like a sidewalk slam, kind of like a rock bottom-esque. I can't even think of the name of it, but I don't think she's gonna be able to get Doudrop in there, and she damn sure ain't getting no Bexploder on her. But yeah, probably disarm her, catch her slipping, get the win. Becky Lynch.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Becky. I don't know how to happen, but it's going to be Becky. Doudrop ain't winning that title. It's not even. I mean, they could have just given Liv another go around if they really wanted to have a more intriguing match. I mean, Doudrop, does anybody really think she's going to win? Even has a chance? They could have gotten Becky a better opponent for a big show like this.
Yeah. But believe it or not, I am even less interested in this match. The Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. Now, all due respect to Edge and Beth Phoenix, and hell, I'll even say the Miz, but does anybody expect Maurice to really wrestle? I mean, she ain't wrestled in probably 10 years. And even when she did wrestle, it wasn't no damn good. She was, what the book call them, Diva era? No. I'd be shocked if I did anything other than give this a GFY. And if I damn sure gonna give a GFY, if the Miz and Maurice win this shit, oh hell no. But I'm going Edge and Beth, hands down. Beth probably pins Maurice.
Yeah, I'm going with that too. I mean, I think the last time we saw Maurice wrestle, well, didn't her and the Miz team up against Cena and Nikki at one of the WrestleManias a couple of years back?
Yeah, but that was 33.
Yeah. So it's going to be, it better be Edge and Beth Phoenix. And hopefully this one won't last long. No need to tell us a story. Just get the match over with. We really don't want to see it.
Not at all. Not at all. Okay. Now these two matches, a little hard to predict here. I'm actually going to start with Roman Reigns defending his Universal Championship against Seth freaking Rollins. History has taught us Roman Reigns, the big dog, the head of the table, the tribal chief, the one person you ain't beat. Seth Rollins, the soon to be Friday Night Idiot again, I guess. Yeah, I am gonna go against the grain here. I'm going Seth Rollins. I can't believe I'm saying this, but something's got to happen, and they got to do something that this everybody can't retain again. Okay, or whatever. They got to get some intrigue, and I think they do want to get back to Reigns and Brock, and this is a way to do that. Maybe and it probably won't be clean. There'll be some shenanigans, probably with the Usos. The Usos are barred from ringside, not anybody else. Just put that out there, and who knows? Maybe if Roman loses, he can, maybe put himself in the Rumble and win that way, or you got Elimination Chamber in February. So there's ways to get Roman back in the title picture and in a match at Mania. So there's always a way. I'm going Seth because I think there's a Mania match that they meant to do at day one. And they're gonna save for WrestleMania. So I'm gonna again Seth Rollins. He's due. He's overdue.
Man, this is tough because I don't believe that both Brock and Roman will retain, because one is going to chase the other for the title. I don't think they're going to go title versus title, because then instead of having two title matches, you only have one, and then you'll eventually have to put the title on somebody else anyway. I just have to decide which one I think is going to lose, and I could very much see Seth winning. Like I said, man, I know you don't like it. Book and I love this gimmick. Seth is over with the crowd. I mean, it would be great if he did win it, because you can buy him as champion. He's a former champion. He's legit. But man,
I know it's tough. But
because and also Roman is due. I mean, he's going to lose sometime. And so having him lose to Seth, I mean, look,
no shame in that.
Absolutely not. And then you can still set up the rematch, because Roman, once Seth can still hang on the fact that, well, dude, you've never beat me. Oh man. Okay, I'm not gonna hold up the show. I'm gonna say Seth wins. And I'll explain why when we talk about the next match.
All right. Well, what we've all been waiting for. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. And while as much as I want Bobby to win, but I'm enjoying Brock Lesnar being his character right now, I don't think this is gonna be a one-off. So you can call it a cheat if you want to, but I think this is gonna be a no contest, because it's not a no disqualification match. And I think they wanna Vince, here's the thing. Vince loves Brock, but Vince also loves Bobby Lashley. Vince has always been a mark for Bobby Lashley too. He's never, I mean, outside of when he first came back, he's never. I think in Vince's mind, anyway, he's never intentionally, he never buried Lashley. He's always tried new things. He's like, okay, well, that didn't work. Let's try this with Lashley. That didn't work. Let's try this. Okay, now this is working with him and MVP. Let's give him his own faction. Now he's WWE champion. He beat Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. That tells you everything you need to know. All right. So I guess my only hesitation with this is I guess my Royal Rumble winner pick conflicts with this. But like I said, you got Elimination Chamber next month, so a lot can change. I'm just gonna say there's gonna be no contest. Something's gonna happen where these two are gonna get double counted out or double DQ, or what? There's gonna be some type of no finish, and we're gonna get this match again, probably in Saudi Arabia, because it's a Saudi Arabia Elimination Chamber. It's gonna be in Saudi Arabia, so you gotta have big stars. You gotta have a big match, and I think that's maybe where they finished the feud. Kind of how they did Lashley and Goldberg. They did that. They finished it there. So I'm going to say no contest.
I'm going to say we'll have a winner. And like you, I want to believe that Bobby can win. And I've tried to play it out in my mind how Bobby could win. Like maybe Heyman turns on Brock. Maybe this whole thing was a ruse and he's actually with Roman, so he turns on Brock, and somehow, some way that causes Brock to lose. Because, man, obviously Bobby needs this win more than Brock. Brock is a made man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have Bobby go over Brock, I mean, that takes him to he's already at A-level status, but I mean, this just would really solidify him as the guy we've always thought he should be.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if Vince will pull the trigger on it. If he does, it's not going to be a straight up win. They're not going to have Brock lose clean. Like I said, Heyman would somehow be involved in turning on Brock, but I just don't see it. That's why I picked Seth to win, because I don't think that they will have Bobby beat Brock. I think Brock will win, and then Roman will enter the Rumble and chase Brock and challenge him at WrestleMania for the title. That's how I think it will play out.
Well, the only reason, I guess then that would mean that Seth Rollins would have to bring the Universal Championship back to Raw, which he could do because he technically doesn't. He's not a SmackDown wrestler technically. He's just there for now, so that could work. Yeah,
I mean, when you win the Rumble, you can challenge whoever.
Yeah.
But
I'm saying if Brock retains and you have Seth Rollins win, well, now both titles on Raw, because they're not going to take Roman off SmackDown. Is the point I'm making.
No,
that's not going to happen. So if Rollins wins, he's going back to Raw with the title, and if Lesnar wins, because he's a free agent, he can go wherever he wants. He takes the WWE Championship to SmackDown, and that's how you can flip-flop, because, they like to flip-flop the titles anyway.
Yeah, they've done it before. There's always ways around that. It's wrestling. They can write the story any way they want it.
Right. Okay. I'm going to throw to you first on this one. The women's Royal Rumble match. Before you give me your definitive winner prediction, because they've only announced about 20, 21.
Yeah, I wish they hadn't announced so many. You're taking away from the surprise. I know we're still going to get some surprises, but we know there's only 30 in there. You've already announced 20, 21 of them. That means there's only 9 that we don't know. You shouldn't have announced so many of them. That's
well, I wish they stopped bringing back Kelly. That's not surprising anymore, and she wasn't that good to begin with. I mean, Lita's always good to see. I'll never not want to see hurt, but it's just, you know. Give me two that you would either like to see or that you think could possibly be in the Rumble, and then your winner.
Okay.
They could be somebody that was work for another company. It could be somebody that got let go in the last year. Just whoever.
Well, look, everybody knows how I feel. You know, look, man, I need Oscar back in my life. All right. It's been too long. I'm jonesing. I'm hurting. I need it. I need this. So I'm hoping Oscar will be back.
I can see that one. Yeah.
And, you know, look, the ones I'm going to say are pretty easy. Now, if you want me to think of one easy one and one kind of outside the box one, I'll throw an outside the box one in, but most of mine are going to be pretty easy. It's another easy one. It's another one everybody's probably guessing or hoping. Bailey. So those.
And we know somebody that's on the show a lot is just hoping and praying he sees Bailey. And they'd be stupid if she's cleared. I don't know if she is or not, but if she's cleared, if she ain't in the show, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if she's clear either. And look, they've been doing this thing with Alexa on Raw, doing these therapy sessions, but she hasn't actually wrestled yet. So
I really was hoping they would bring her back as a 5 Feet of Fury, get rid of this stupid shit.
Well, look, man, I'm hoping that maybe the therapist will somehow convince her, get rid of the dog, get rid of this bullshit, and yeah, come back as a 5 Feet of Fury. But my winner, look, I'm wearing the shirt, okay? This is who I would like to see win.
Okay.
I think they need to look, Rhea Ripley is young and talented. We know that. They need to get her back. They've gotten her away from Nikki ASH. Smart move, never should have had her with her. I would love to see a match between Becky and Rhea. I think we've only seen that one time on NXT. It was a good match. I think these two would do great together. And look, Rhea is a star if booked properly. So hopefully this is a way, having her win this match. And look, Becky, you've been saying it, you know, she's been champion for a few months and you think Becky's due for a loss. Well, losing to Rhea is one I think the fans could get behind. And I think it doesn't make Becky look bad because Rhea is legit. So she is my pick to win the Rumble.
It's a good pick. She was one of the final two last year. So it's a good pick. For me, obviously Bailey is somebody I anticipate seeing and look forward to hopefully seeing. You know, I became a fan of hers as a heel. She won me over. Ding dong, all that stuff. It worked. And then her matches got better. I mean, as well. As far as fantasy booking, I would just have to go the NXT route and just say I could see Raquel Gonzalez. I could see her being in the Rumble. It'd be kind of stupid not to put her in the Rumble. I mean, come on. And of course, the NXT Women's Champion needs to be in the Rumble, damn it. But I'd be okay if she wasn't. But definitely Raquel, I could see, and I could even see what's her Dakota Kai. I can see Dakota Kai, I can see Io Shirai. I can see those three women being in the Rumble for sure. But my pick is probably somebody that nobody's thinking about right now. And I'm just going to put it out there. I should put some money on this. Somebody we haven't seen since 2019. Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
We've been saying something on these shows they are sticking with trying to sell out 100,000 capacity stadium 2 nights in a row. What's the one match that we've all wanted since 2019? Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey. We never got it. So what better time than now for her to come back? You had your baby. You had plenty of time to train again and get back in the mode. And I know that you probably got enough money, but Vince got more. And money talks. We all know that. We all been watching wrestling long enough to hear people say, "Oh, I'll never go back. Yada yada yada. I'm done with that." And then Vince get to writing them checks, and they go, "Well, you know who? I'd be a fool to turn this down. You know, it's no money." Everything changes when you have kids. When it's just you and your partner, and y'all making y'all money, and y'all can go do whatever, whenever. Now you trying to set up for somebody else. It's different. And I can't imagine a bigger pop in St. Louis than Ronda showing up. And you trying to see, and she needs to be a heel. And that could close night one. Ronda and Becky. You'll still sell that out. You could sell that out. And then night two.
That could close night two, really.
Night two, you could do Roman and Brock or whatever you're gonna do. But yeah. My pick is Ronda.
I can see that. I was going to ask you because when she left, she was more of a heel, and the crowd actually kind of turned on her. So I'm curious to see what kind of pop she gets if she does come back, and then how they book that, because both of the women then would be heels, or do they try to make one of them a face throughout the storyline leading up to the match? How would that play out? It'd all be interesting. But yeah, I definitely could see Ronda being there. I know she's in shape. She just had the baby, a few months ago?
Over the summer. So
okay, all right. So I guess it's been several months then. Yeah, obviously she's in shape. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if she actually comes back.
And in the Rumble match, you don't have to do much, especially if she comes out number 30.
No, you're right. But then obviously, if she wins, then yeah, she'd have to be on Raw regularly, building up the match with Becky.
Right. But she doesn't have to wrestle every week.
No,
she can be doing, house shows and training and all that, leading up to Mania to get back in ring shape. Because toward the end, she never had trouble in an actual match. In the beginning, it was her promos, but I think it was because they were so scripted and it wasn't her. It's like, but toward the end, when she was a heel, it worked because she was just like, F y'all.
Right.
And yeah, that's how she should be. If you're the baddest woman on the planet, F y'all.
Yeah.
I'm coming out smiling and dancing for the crowd like some monkey. No. So yeah. Okay. Probably the main event, the men's Royal Rumble match. It's a tough one because I just don't know what they're going to do with the championship matches, but I'm going to ignore those for the purpose of just focusing on the men that I know are in the match. And if I had to pick, well, before I even get to my pick, if I had a surprise entrant, I could see somebody like Zack Ryder coming back for a one-off. I could see Heath Slater coming back for a one-off. Maybe you get Eric Rowan or somebody like that. But I don't think anybody. I mean, maybe some of the smaller names that got cut. I could see Braun Breaker being in there for sure. You could see Carmelo Hayes. I could see Roderick Strong being in the Rumble as far as NXT guys, or even Gunther, the winner of this match, Gunther.
Yeah.
Some Imperium action going. Well, my winner, my prediction is Big E. Brother gotta get his fire back at the very least. The only way I don't see Big E winning is if either Roman or Brock lose their match and they interject themselves in the Rumble and win. But like I said, you still got Elimination Chamber, and that's another way for Big E to get in the title picture at Mania. That's what I'm thinking is going to be. I don't know that this is not from a dirt sheet. This is not anything I've read. It's just come from here. I think they want to do Big E and Seth Rollins at Mania. And I think they want to find a way to get back to Brock and Roman because we never got the rematch. So that's what I'm thinking. That being said, Big E's my pick.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to pick because I'm just going to go with the scenario that I played out. I think Roman loses to Seth, and then so the only way for him to get back in the title picture, for sure, title shot is to win the Rumble. So I'm going to say Roman wins the Rumble. I think you're right about some of your surprise opponents. Braun Breaker is the first one that came to my mind. Will we see some of the older guys come back? Like, I mean, you mentioned some of the guys who are currently working with Impact, but I'm trying to think any retired wrestlers. Some recently.
I heard. You know what? X-Pac maybe.
Yay.
You're more actually the most likely NXT is Ciampa.
Yeah, that would
Ciampa.
That would be nice.
Pete Dunne. Those are probably the two most likely.
Yeah,
because they've already been working main event, so they're probably going to be in the Rumble.
And I agree. I think Gunther's going to be there. I mean, I hate the name Gunther. Now, I hated the name Walter. I didn't. I mean,
they sound alike. It's not. To me, it's a lateral. But I was so. Right. I think we were all just so used to Walter.
Yeah. But man, I don't see Big E. Man, I hate to say it. I think Big E's done with the title. I think he had his run. I don't know. Look, I think that he could be one of the last 3 or 4 in the Rumble. But I don't think he'll win. I mean, him and Seth, I mean, I guess that's a good opponent for Seth at Mania. I mean, because it's not like it would be the main event. I guess that would be okay.
Well, if you do Seth and Big E on the same show as this is fantasy booking.
Sure.
Becky and Ronda. Obviously, Becky and Ronda close the show.
Yeah.
So you could have them either open or be in the middle or go on before them, which nobody wants to go on before the main event. That's like a dead spot. But yeah.
Okay. All right. So look, man, all these rumors, the Forbidden Door. Now, are we counting is Impact? Is that being counted as a Forbidden Door? Or
yes, because for years they refused to say the word. You couldn't even hint at another organization. That's how hard Vince was about keeping that door shut. So now that they've acknowledged Mickey James and acknowledged she's the champion over there, and the fact that they reached out to, formerly known as the Iconics, and they probably reached out to some AEW people. Who knows? You might even see Chris Jericho.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Okay, that's why I was trying to differentiate between the two. To me, a real Forbidden Door would be somebody from AEW. I mean, because obviously we know that WWE has built some kind of relationship with Impact. But as far as anything with AEW, I mean, wow. To me, that would be big. We recently heard Seth mention Mox by name on an episode of either Raw or SmackDown, can't remember. So
he was mentioned by Seth and Corey Graves.
Yeah, so hey, makes you wonder.
And there is that, I don't know if it's true, but it was speculation that WWE actually paid for Moxley's rehab.
Right.
So it was kind of like, well, we did you a favor, you can do us a favor. And as much as he talked bad about WWE when he left, he also said a lot of good. His biggest problem was just the creative process. Like, I'm in the box. Like, this is like all I can do. I can't do all the other stuff I used to be able to do. So
yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really see Moxley. If he is, hey, great. But I don't see it happening. The only one I can really see is Jericho, because he's already done, the Broken Skull sessions.
Yeah.
Under contract with AEW, so I could see that. But everybody else that's gone to AEW, and I heard rumors of Daniel Bryan because Breeze is in the women's,
right.
so
Yeah.
people are saying, well, maybe Daniel Bryan will do it because he was glowing about WWE when he left. He didn't say a bad word about him. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he's been off AEW TV since he lost, so we'll see.
Yeah,
It's interesting. This time of year is always interesting, and I will put this out there now. I liked what we did last year. We did our own version of Road to WrestleMania. We're gonna do it again this year, but we like to wait till after the Rumble to do it. So, Saturday, and I like these Saturday night shows. It is so much better.
Man, I love it because now I know I can party like I want to.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the post show, and I don't have to worry about getting up and go to work the next day. Man, I can party, have a good time, and then sleep in. And yeah, man, and I'm loving it. Look, I've said this time and again. For me, the Rumble is my favorite event of the year. I love it because it's the start of WrestleMania season, and if done properly, and that's a huge if with what WWE has been giving us lately, if done properly, it's the best time of the year for WWE, and this gets the ball rolling. And I just love this event. I love these matches, and I'm glad that we have both the men's and women's matches. Rumble matches to look forward to now.
I know, and I really wish I could make it to the show. I mean, it's not that far. It's a hop, skip, and a jump. I mean, 4-hour drive, but it's nothing. Especially when I don't have to pay for a hotel because I got people down there. But it is what it is. What do you all think, though? That's what we want to know. What do you all think? Send us your predictions. Leave them in the comment section below, or you can shoot us an email at thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com. Please send us your recommendations for any type of retrospective you would like us to do. Oh, we need to get back to that. The newest, the next retrospective is going to be NXT TakeOver Chicago 2. That's the next one. That's going to be following the Royal Rumble. We'll be doing that show. We were trying to get it out before I went on vacation. Didn't work, but we'll get it out probably this week. So that's the next actual retrospective. But please send us an email. Whatever's on Peacock, as long as we can find it. If you can send us the season and the episode, that makes it way easier. And we will watch it and we will review it. And we'll shout you out. Just let us know why you chose it. And you're good to go. Check out our day one review. It's a little long, but it's a good one. And then check out all our shorter videos. We do shorter videos as well, like our try not to laugh videos, reaction videos. So check those out as well. Try to switch up the content a little bit. Some of these shows get a little long-winded, so like put out shorter clips as well. So yeah, that's what we got on the docket, and I'm back now, so more content coming. Ambassador, you got anything?
Just always want to thank the listeners, man. Always. We've been doing this for over 3 years now, man, and we love doing it, and we love y'all, and we appreciate y'all, and we definitely want to hear from you. Like Big E said, you give us some show ideas, we will do that show and we will shout you out. Let's hear from you. Stay safe out there. If you're not vaccinated, I can't believe anybody out there wouldn't be vaccinated, but get vaccinated. Please, let's crush this thing.
Let's do it. Royal Rumble this Saturday. Enjoy, and we'll speak to you all immediately after. Take care.